All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for race two of the doubleheader. HUmanMustard took the first race by about 2 minutes, but it was close throughout. Frantic, what do you think we're going to see in this seed?
I'm hoping it's a bit more of a trolley seed. That seed was fairly linear.
Yeah, it was definitely linear. It was long, but there wasn't a whole lot of 50-50s or decision making. Even 8 was kind of linear, so um, runners are going to be starting here in a couple seconds, so get your guesses in for what world. I'm going to say world 4 to start this time.
I'm gonna hope for the reverse world order and go with 7.
Alrighty, the Zero Wing Special should be starting here in a couple of seconds. I wonder if Vix might think about dedicating some more time to the end card. Might get some helpful items. Hammer, Cloud could definitely swing this thing the other way. And we start in World 2.
And Vix is gonna go directly for the fort, which I don't think is a bad play. I tend to go see a fort, play a fort.
Yep, definitely not a bad play. However, the layout of the world, there's a lock that can be bypassed, so um, no forts might be required. It's unlikely, but we'll see what the other side of the map looks like. Pipes are not going to be helpful at all. Mustard playing a Hammer Brother and gets a Cloud, so yep, that fort was definitely not required, unfortunately, so that's going to be about a 35-second time sink, unfortunately, for Vix.
Mustard's making his way through 2 fort. And Vix will now go through the water beta stage. No issues there.
Luckily, the Hammer Brother got in Vix's way, so he's not going to be able to avoid it, so he will get that Cloud as well.
Fortunate death, though. The Fire Bros are always tough. Oh, and here we go. Mustard's gonna take that death and Atlantis.
Yep, this is the Atlantis that we were all talking about. He is small, so he's going to use a Cloud here and hope this isn't a... This is not a very ideal level to be playing small either. Down below there are a lot of sea creatures that can be trolly, so he's going to have to be careful here.
Yeah, the 5-3 beta is a little iffy, especially with the cheaps jumping.
Yep, he's going to really take his time here. I don't blame him.
Mustard makes it through. See what
Yep.
Vix does here.
Yeah, he did not get the Cloud, so he, at this point, thinks he has to play through this, which is really unfortunate, playing an extra castle, and now Atlantis, it's really going to put him behind, unfortunately.
The only thing I do like this for is we do have a couple of new people to rando in chat, so they get to see the fun of this and the rare golden cheaps.
Yep, golden cheaps, the only spot in the game that they are. Yeah, you can quickly see why players try to avoid this at all costs. It's about a minute and a half, and can be unfriendly with the enemy sets. The Paragoombas flying all over, and It's just not a level you want to play.
Yeah, this 5-9 and 7-5 are ones that runners tend to avoid the most.
Yep, you can put 6-6 in that mix too. He's got to be real careful here at the end. Uh-oh.
No.
Get away.
Oh.
That is devastating. Mustard gonna get a hammer from this bro as well, so... Hopefully Vix takes, well, I was gonna say hopefully he takes the bro in hopes of a power-up and gets the cloud, but goes back into the level, unfortunately.
Looks like Mustard's side is frozen unless it's just... Oh no, there it came back. He is through the level he's on. And Mustard is on to the World 1 airship.
Another slow start to this seed. It's gonna be about over 5 minutes for the first world. That's it's relatively slow with these flags.
And Mustard is through on a one-hit Morton. So, I'll stick with 7 on this one.
It's like 1.
Thankfully, Vix got through Atlantis finally, and he can move on. But takes an unfortunate death to a piranha plant, and he needs to be extremely careful.
Yeah, he's got 0 lives, and he's in a little bit more dire straits than just not beating it after clouding, because if he game over, he's gonna have to play a lot of these stages again, including Atlantis, so he really wants to get through this world.
While Mustard has entered World 4, and he's going to have to backtrack to that fort to build the bridge. And he will go through 1-1. Most vanilla runners' favorite level.
Probably the level they see the most often. Vix makes it through and gets a 1-up, so he's got a little bit of breathing room.
Smart for him to go for the mushroom house here and grab a power-up.
Yeah, absolutely. When you when the alternative is potentially having to play Atlantis again, there's definitely no shame in grabbing a power-up, so...
Seems a bit of trouble at buffering and freezing on Mustard's side. No, he's using an older laptop that I sent him, and it's kind of on its last legs, so hopefully it holds out. Mustard's making his way through Navy right now.
Yep, looks like this is the only fort in World 4. It's a quick one. Pretty easy piece, but you just keep going. There's not really anything in the level that can hurt you. There's a 7 panel. You normally don't see that in World 4.
And we have the World 5 airship. The easy airship, shouldn't be any trouble. And Vix is making his way through first airship.
Another one-hitter. So we're getting pretty much synced F1 grabs Mustard is a world ahead, but World 4 wasn't the longest world. You just have to do a little backtracking.
Yeah, it's looking like these Koopa kids did not eat their Wheaties this morning. And here we go, pipe maze. This could help Vix get back into it, depending on the routing.
Yeah, this is what you want to see in Pipe World. The first island, there's nowhere to go but one way. It's always nice when you don't have to make any sort of big decision right off the bat, and there's a ton of pipes over on the left side of this map, so there's probably only one pipe on the final island. Just a matter of which one that is. Here's the decision. If you play the fort knowing you don't have to come back, or do you just keep looking for the final island and then, potentially having to come back? Odds are there's a lock or a bridge that's out, so might want to just play it, but you never know, so he's gonna confirm before he commits to anything. And it is double blocked, so definitely gonna have to go back and play that first fort, I believe. Well, he found a workaround, so still needs one fort.
Sorry about that. My mic went out and I had to restart Discord.
Mustard found the final island, however there are two locks, so he's probably gonna have to play both forts, one for sure. It's really interesting how he chooses to route. So he's gonna go back and play the fort, which I think you pretty much have to. Oh, and he comes to 7-5, another one of those troll levels, but don't see a boss bass or a baby cheap or a sun. This looks like a pretty friendly enemy set, and he's got a tail, so he'll make pretty short work of this stage. It could be a lot worse, so lucky for him, he's got everything that he needs in place.
Yeah, and even if he didn't have that tail, he's pretty good at the clips in this level.
Yep, you can just keep flight here and fly over the bottom, so usually a nasty level, but he makes short work of it.
And Vix will be making his way into World 7 right now. And Mustard is set up as he's got the tail for 7F1.
Yeah, it's showing off the difference between coming in small and having a tail. It's crazy. Tail of two seeds right there.
Alright, Mustard's looking for his way back to the island. Or the other fort. Oh, yep, and he found the island and he's got a clear path to the castle. But he's going to take the scenic route, it looks like.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing.
VixRyder is making his way through 7-5 with the tail. So he should make well, I spoke a little too soon, commentator's curse.
Yep, now he has to go down and bilge the bridge in its entirety, so it's going to lose a little bit of time there, but gets a 1-up, so that gives him some extra breathing room. I'm going to try his hand at a couple clips here, it looks like.
Alright, and it looks like Mustard just wanted to play 7-8, and now he's making his way through. I believe the World 2 airship.
Mustard is done with World 3 at about 14:53. So, another long seed. Couple routing errors, and it seems to be taking his time a little bit, so... kind of a long seed as well, though, so far.
And Vix did have to grab a tail for 7 F1, but he should make fairly quick work of it now.
Here's another one of the problem levels, 6-6. This is a very difficult level, usually, because there's a lot of trolley enemies underwater. It can cause a lot of lag. This World 5 might be unique. Very rarely players have to go to the pipe up top and then come back down through the Twisty Castle and then have to go back up. It looks like that might be a potential possibility because there is a blue fort on the right side of the screen, and he takes a death at the end of the stage, so that's a pretty big time loss.
Yeah, and that looked like he just didn't realize that piranha plant was coming out.
Doesn't have much in the way of power-ups either, so he's definitely going to want to keep this fire flower for as long as he can.
Meanwhile, Vix has found himself into a piranha stage here.
Mustard hanging around for that third power-up, and I don't blame him. Definitely do not want to take a death late in this stage again. Ugh, that baby cheek's just not moving. Troll.
You hate to see it, but you love to see it at the same time.
I love to see it.
And he'll damage boost through that cheap, and probably take his time a little bit here. There we go, just knock everything out of the way.
Out for boss pass, and there he is.
I've also found Paragoombas can be a bit of a nuisance as well in Randomizer.
Paragoomba is probably the worst enemy in the game, overall, in my opinion. Them or maybe the jellyfish.
And Mustard's cleared 5-4 with ease. And he gets a nice pipe jump out of it. Meanwhile, VixRyder's made his way into 6-6 and see how he can fare here.
Closes the gap to a stage, so I mean, if he can get through this without dying, it's definitely gonna, about one stage difference if he can.
And looks like Mustard has opted to play 1 fort. Maybe he's looking to have an extra power up. Oh no, I didn't even notice the lock was there.
Yeah, so this is a pretty trolly World 5 if this other fort on top is a 3-fort World 5, which you don't see too often. So in that case, the blue fort does not always break the lock. So there's a blue fort on the bottom, and then this fort we know is not gonna do anything. This will build the bridge down below, so they might have to play the well, then they can take the pipe back, but either way, it's not a great setup for a World 5.
Yeah. For anyone who's new, one fort cannot impede your progress through a world.
Play that other fort, because once you go down here, you're committed to playing this fort, and if it doesn't break it, then you gotta go all the way back. So, potential 2-stage, 2, or it's probably more close to 3-stage swing if Vix decides to play that fort up top and it breaks the lock, so... And this is 7F2, this is long, so... Mustard could be losing quite a bit of time here, depending on what breaks what. This could determine the match. Alright, we're gonna have to wait to see because...
Oh yeah, we're gonna see
go back up, and here we go, it's 8 fort.
Little route divergence here.
Yep, this is gonna be the moment of the match right here, once Vix is done with this. Mustard's not playing the Twisty Castle, he's opting for the stage, which is definitely a smart play, it's quicker. So he's not going to lose as much time going up the castle, but he's going to have to stop the end card too. Alright, what do we got?
Oh.
And all that was not required, so VixRyder takes the lead.
Yeah, this is quite a trolley World 5.
Like I said, play that first fort. I find a lot of times that when in World 5, if there are 3 forts, it seems to be that the blue fort doesn't break the lock. It's not, there's definitely no, like, trial and error behind that, or I haven't tested it, but it does seem more often than not that when there's 3 forts, the blue lock doesn't break the lock, but it's probably just all in my head.
No, I've heard kind of the same thing. If it's 2 forts, then it's most likely going to be the blue fort, but in 3-fort situation here, you never know.
Mustard getting trolled by yet another end card.
And Vix is going through the World 6 airship and didn't opt to go for the clip. He's dealing with a heavy Roy right now. And it's a full 5-hitter.
Yep, 23-10, wand grab halfway through, so we're headed towards another 40-minute seed. These flags do typically tend to run a little bit longer because, like I said, hammers do not break lock. Mustard going for the clip, he doesn't get it. Vix is about a stage ahead at this point. Mustard gets a nice fire kill, so he saves a little bit of time there instead of having to do the 5 stomps. Vix is in 4F2.
We'll see if this is going to be a short world or a more lengthy world. 2 forts.
Vix seems to be in a little bit of groove now. He's not taking his costly deaths or mistakes, so he's definitely getting through these levels and the movement a lot better this seed, which you want to see, of course.
Yeah, and right now I don't feel like Mustard's necessarily bringing his A game yet. Looks like he's kind of just messing around a little bit. But it will be that top fort that breaks the lock to where you need to go.
Well, better stop messing around too much because we're running out of worlds, so...
Vix will be making his way through 5F2 right now. Unfortunately, that Hotfoot decided to not move. The Mustard could make up a little time if he keeps his Fire Flower.
Yep, and he's doing the speed strat, so he's probably going to save about 5 seconds here.
Alright, 7-1. See how many tries for clips.
Well, this right here in and of itself is an equalizer. How many times? And Vix gets it done very quickly. I think that was the 4th try. And Mustard getting trolled again by the end card, getting in his way.
I think the end card's telling him, here, if you want to mess around, here you go. Mess around in here.
Yeah, this could be a pretty big time sink if Mustard struggles here.
And he's...
I know this is one of the clips that he does not like, so...
And it looks like he's started to clip in a couple of times, but it didn't work out. There he goes, probably about 10. So he'll be losing a little bit of time to Vix, as Vix is finished up with the airship.
Yeah, Vix is going to be about a minute behind, or Mustard's going to be about a minute behind. He gets a P-Wing from the Hammer Brother that Vix skipped. I believe we have worlds 6. Vix doing the right thing here. That fort, you see it, just play it. In World 6, if you don't see a lock on the screen, you got a fort right away. It's probably going to be required, and as opposed to coming all the way back, just get it done and over with.
Yeah. I do believe 3 is the last world we have left after this.
It'll be trouble for Mustard if he skips this first fort. Princess Letter gave a hammer suit, so they will be all set when it comes time for Bowser. Vix is not stopping for anything, he's just going through the donut level. Mustard's trying to catch up in 3F1.
DLP wants no part of that coin ship, it looks like. And we'll do some scouting here. Okay, so maybe Hammer might be the play here.
Hammer would be pretty big. I don't think any of them... Oh, Mustard has 2. I don't know how Vix doesn't have any.
Yep, and he will use that hammer and we'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, Vix is in 4-3. taking it fairly slow and safe. Not a bad idea, because you don't know what enemies be coming up here.
So that hammer, assuming that this second fort is not required, looks like it's going to save Mustard about 2 levels, a level and a fort.
I'm curious if Vix has a hammer or not.
I don't think he does. I saw him open his menu. It looked like a music box, a star, and like a P-Wing. It didn't look like he had too much inventory. Get some clip on the 7.6, third or fourth try, so doing pretty well on the clips today.
And Mustard going through the always sketchy 2-4.
Yeah, it's one of the more difficult levels with all the Hammer Brothers. Depending on which ones you get, they can get in your way pretty good. So that second fort is not required, so Mustard finds his way to the end. Vix picks up a cloud, though, which that'll allow him to skip one world, or one level. I've seen quite a bit of the trolley one, so I think pretty much looking to skip 5-9 at this point. It's one of the only ones left, I think.
Mustard has finished his level, and he will be free and clear to go to the airship. VixRyder just finishing up 1-6.
Yeah, that hammer ended up being a pretty big play for Mustard. It's given him quite a bit of momentum going into World 7.
We'll see if he can pick up another hammer from the Princess letter, and if so, if the double hammer play will come in.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if what the optimal play would be. I mean, you can't really complain about skipping 2 levels in World 6. You sort of have to take it because double hammer is not guaranteed to be good, so don't blame him for choosing to use it there.
There's that cloud
Not
usage.
that far
from
behind,
Vix.
though. About an airship behind.
I don't know, I might have saved that cloud for World 7. Depends on what the layout is, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes, I would say World 3 is one of those worlds along with 4 and sometimes 7 where probably the worst worlds in terms of not having a chance to use a cloud, so I don't really blame him for using it there, because a lot of times in 3, you get an early pipe, there isn't a place to use the cloud, but as long as you use it before World 8, that's really the main thing.
And Mustard did pick up another hammer, but it was not useful for double hammer. Looks like he'll come play the fort and then finish out World 3 because there really was nothing blocking any of the pipes.
There still could be a lock on the far prize area where the canoe is, so he might be playing 2 extra levels. It's very highly unlikely, but there still is a chance that this is not required.
I don't think I saw a second fort unless I missed it. Yeah, free and clear, and heading to World 8. Everyone in chat, if you want to get your bridge guesses out, 0 through 4.
I'm gonna say 4.
I'm gonna go 2.
that fort was required, so Vix is going to be about 2 stages behind. However, one was the hand stage, which is not that long of a level, so really a stage and a half behind. And Wendy is 5 big ones today. Heavy, thick, 5-hit Wendy today.
And she went for that full Baconator combo.
Pretty sure she was she 5 hits the first game? I don't remember at this point.
I believe she was 3.
Alright, Mustard's heading into World 8. Let's see what we got here. 2 potential forts right off the bat and 2 pipes. This is not the fort, so this is not going to do anything. It is required by both runners to play.
It's not too terrible of a level, though. One goes pretty quick. Let's see how VixRyder handles Wendy here. Yeah, very good job only letting her get 1 ring out.
Mustard choosing to play this fort and get it out of the way before he explores on. 2 pipes here, so most people are going to take the first pipe. If you're feeling behind, you might want to gamble for the second one. Let's see which one he wants to take.
Some good hand luck there again for Mustard.
Yep, no locks on the screen and a bunch of pipes, so very linear World 8 again to this screen. Now you got 3 choices to make. I might just look at all 3 before I even decide what I want to do. And there's Bowser's Valley with 1 bridge out, so if you guessed 1, you are the big winner tonight. We all know this is not going to build that bridge, though, so... It would have been too good to be true.
Alright, Mustard's found 3F1. 3F2, excuse me.
In World 8. Shocker. It's very commonly found in World 8. Seems to be a gatekeeper quite often, so I wouldn't be surprised if this built the final bridge.
Yeah, Mustard's through, and if that builds the bridge, he has a decent chance at a sub 40. And there it is.
That built it, so Mustard is in the driver's seat. Just gotta get through Bowser's Castle, and he will take game 2 out of 2.
Even if he does take a death, he does have another hammer suit as a backup.
See if he gets the clip here. No. He's gonna take Bowser's Hallway, where fireballs have been randomized and sometimes invisible. Let's see what he gets here. Pretty friendly so far. Wow, that was excellent dodge at the end. A few quick hammers, and Mustard's going to take this one with sub 40, so he's going to go 2 for 2 today against VixRyder.
Get your GGs out for Mustard. Very well played.
Yep, Mustard is going to finish with 39-20.
VixRyder has just gotten through 3F2. So he should be right behind heading to Bowser's Castle.
See if Mustard wants to join us for a interview. Vix is going to finish this up and go down the final hallway. Let's see if he can get through this unscathed as well. Nice first jump. It's got to be real. Oh, threads the needle just like Mustard. Wow. That was impressive. Both of them. Get your GGs in chat for VixRyder. Finishing up this seed. A great first race to start off our tournament. Vix is going to finish with a time of 40:59. Two very close races. Vix made it very close in the second race with the way World 5 ended routing out. But yeah, in the end, Mustard just played a little bit tighter, which allowed him to come away with 2 wins. So he will be moved in the first into his group in the first races of the tournament at 2-0. But there is a lot of randomizer to be played, obviously, so...
Yeah, and I think not having that hammer for World 6 is what did Vix in.
Yeah, that was a huge swing. I mean, he was sort of in the driver's seat at that point. He was a stage ahead, and then all of a sudden, one hammer, and then he was a couple stages behind. And the levels he had to play weren't the fastest either, so it was real unfortunate that he wasn't able to find one of those hammers along the way. And with that, we have VixRyder in the commentator's booth. GG's Vix. What'd you think of the seed?
GG's, that was a really mean Atlantis in the second seed. I will say that.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about that was that Hammer Brother right before it had a cloud. You did not get that cloud, and Mustard did. I think you took a death and then just decided to skip it, so that was a point that you lost quite a bit of time on. And then in World 5, Mustard didn't route that one correctly. You were able to take the lead, so it was pretty much back and forth until World 6. And then Mustard had a hammer for that rock, and you didn't. You were about a stage ahead, and then he took about a 2-stage lead with that. But it was really close all up till 8, so GG's and very respectable times on your part.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, because I used the hammer in World 4 to get around that one stage, and here I'm thinking, you know what, if I'm lucky, there's another one on the way, or World 6 isn't hammer locked like the last time. And then I see that, and I'm thinking, oh no, that's bad.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you know, if you... After Atlantis, the next level that was required was that beta 5.3 beta stage that doesn't have any power-ups in it, so that's not a stage that you want to see after Atlantis with few lives or, you know, even clouding. So definitely some nerves came into play there. I'm sure I know I would have been nervous.
Oh yeah, I will admit I was very nervous going into this one just because I don't have a ton of experience racing the game. I play a lot, like not races, just casually, I guess. And so just getting back into the racing swing of things, and going up against HUmanMustard was also very nerve-wracking because he's one of the best players in the whole community. So I had my work cut out for me tonight, and unfortunately I made too many mistakes this evening.
Yeah, you can definitely see, you know, a little bit of nerves in the first game, but it seemed like you tightened it up, you know, pretty well. And, you know, there's a lot left to play in groups and wild cards. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that first
definitely
game I
not
just
out of
couldn't
it.
get
Just
anything.
keep practicing and anything can happen.
Yeah, that first game I definitely didn't have anything going at all. I couldn't get into a groove, and then the second game, once I got through Atlantis, everything seemed to work out okay in my favor.
Frantic, did you have anything that you wanted to ask?
No, I just wanted to say GG. You had a fantastic race and at it.
Yep, both races were very close. You know, the first one was within a couple minutes, and this one was within, you know, a little over a minute. So definitely, you know, exciting watches. A good start to kick off the tournament. So really happy that you were a part of it, and definitely gave us a couple thrilling races.
Thank you very much, and thank you guys for putting this on. I honestly didn't expect this to happen this evening when we set up our race just a few minutes, or probably a couple hours ago. So thank you guys for putting this on at the last minute and getting everything set up.
Absolutely. Frantic, is there anything you want to add before we sign off?
Just anyone who hasn't already, make sure you follow our fantastic runners throughout this tournament. And we will see you guys for the next race. Thank you for letting me do commentary with you as well, DLP. Blast.
Yep, absolutely. It was a pleasure. Stay tuned this week. Check the Discord for the schedule. There are several races that are going to be happening all week on the various Speed Gaming channels, and a lot of the races need commentary, so don't be afraid to sign up and help out. You know, no judgments, just give us a hand, come out and commentate. VixRyder, anything, any final words you want to say before we sign off?
Thank you guys all. Like I said, thank you for putting it on. Thank you all for coming out and watching. I really appreciate it.
Alrighty, for Speed Gaming, I'm DLP316 with my co-commentator Frantic32. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by, guys.